like the final 5 episodes again, I thought there was some really good stuff in them, but I just felt like it's a very generic way to set a villain up. I felt like I don't know, like it's kind of hard to explain it like right off the top of my head. I do like how the villain, unlike Ganon, was very straight to the point. Like the very second he makes it there and finds out where Mario is, he immediately goes in to fight him, while Ganon waited in the woods for an entire season, then got killed in the very first fight he was in. But this time, like, villain seems a little bit more intimidating, and like I do like how Mario approaches him. He still keeps his sense of humor. I don't like how in the old episodes he would completely drop it. So that I like. But the final episode, and Cody was the one who said this, and I think he is very right. The final episode felt very uninspired and very effortless. Like,
I would love it if I would love it if like the second season starts off with there not even being a fight. Like they're just talking to each other, and it's like it looks like it's about to be a fight, and then it just ends. And it's like, okay, welcome to season 2.
If they did that, honest to God, I think it would be hilarious.
I wouldn't hate it. I would really like it.
If they talked the villain out of fighting, and then that villain's storyline was over and season 2 began, and the entire thing there was just them fucking with us, I would love that. I would laugh my ass off.
That would actually be amazing.
that would be like such like, first honestly, episode Mario World.
Yes. It would fit the show's tone so well, actually. And, like, I'm sorry, I don't care about the story they're building. That's really what it comes down to. Like, I'm not very good at explaining why right now. I gotta, like, think about it a little bit more. All I can say is, especially that last episode, that was not a series finale. That was not a season finale. That was like trying to like say, okay, so season 1's over, but season 2's gonna be really cool. Like, no, just make season 1 really cool.
Like seasons end off on cliffhangers, I understand that, but like you can make it more hyped up for that.
Yeah, that wasn't a cliffhanger. Plumber Night season 1 was a cliffhanger.
Yeah.
Whether you liked what they did or not.
Yeah. I hear you.
That was kind of since episode 20. By the way, I'm not sure if you guys heard about this, but episode 20, last episode.
Wait, what?
Oh, okay.
Wait, what?
Yeah, Richie made a comment responding to a YouTuber. I think I've had this conversation with you before, Zach, saying that since Plumber Night doesn't do so well, episode 20 is going to be the last one. And that kind of means I feel like them bringing back the darkness had almost no purpose whatsoever.
If they did, and if the show's ending very soon, like it's not just the show ending; it's the whole saga because it's a continuation of Stupid Mario Brothers. If this is like the future and this is like the big ending of this big, well-loved series that we used to love as kids, and now it's ending like this, it's like such an anticlimactic way to end it. And it's most likely gonna be like, oh, this Blue Hood guy is Luigi, we're gonna take his mask off, see what he looks like, the end. Like, that's gonna be the big thing. Not the darkness, how his ending is, not Mario's ending, not everyone. It's just, well, Luigi, this is how he looks as an older person. That's it. Bye. It's dumb. I hate it.
Maybe there will be stuff to enjoy there. I do like the show. I love season 2. I thought the first season was a whole lot of. Someone just yelled.
Well then, Chris, you want to talk?
Yeah, Chris.
Actually, when it comes down to it, Plumber Night has the thing that I really dislike about it is I've talked to Michael about. He said this multiple times. Is there's a lot of tell not show.
Yeah.
And that does come back in the next season. And also bringing back, I love consequence in shows. I really love it, And it seems like there isn't any in the next season. For instance, Luigi died and then came back. Oh, big whoop.
Yeah.
Or the darkness came back. Big whoop. Or Jackal died. Okay, so what? Just
even Doug
like there's a lot of
back.
there's a lot of an impact in it, at least.
I love her that they brought in for season 2, but I hated how her death was an off-screen death, and they had some really cool deaths in this season, like Jekyll's death and Doug's character. I don't remember the guy's character's
I
death.
think it's right to cut you off.
Done.
I think it's right to cut you off right now because we're supposed to be talking about Mario World here. Like, Plumber Night could be its own podcast, but I'm just saying, we should really be sticking on Mario World. Is there any more input? Because we have, like, about 3 more minutes to talk about this until the next part, so...
I don't have much else to say. I think it's a fine show when it's trying to be funny.
Yeah.
And when it's trying to be the old show again, it's not.
Yeah. I just felt like there's too many characters, in the stupid Mario World.
Yeah, maybe. I like Squall.
I like Linkle and Skull. They're cool.
I like Winkle too. I just don't. They haven't they've sold me on the idea. They haven't sold me on the character yet.
Yeah. And then there's Rosalina, which is there because.
I think they have a lot of balls for adding Winkle.
Huh?
No, nothing. I was just talking, and then Chris just stopped, and now we're all just looking at each other like a bunch of goofs. It's all your fault.
Jeremy, final thoughts.
Yeah.
On what? Oh, Super Mario World?
Yeah.
My final thoughts on it, I think they're just trying. I hope they don't sorry it's taking so long to think about this. What I am glad about this is I'm glad they didn't reach their Patreon goal because I don't want season 2 to feel rushed.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you.
I hope they're actually working on it.
Yeah, I do have a thing to say about that too, actually.
Go ahead.
I think Richie, of all people, has the right to do a Patreon because his videos have a ton of effort put into them. I am annoyed by the constant updates. I think asking for $1,500 for a second season is a very unrealistic goal.
Yeah.
And, I understand that it takes a lot of money to make this. I'm not saying that he wouldn't put the money to good use. I'm just saying, considering his audience and how much it shrunk, which it sucks because his videos do have way better quality now than they did back then.
Yeah.
But it was a very unrealistic thought, and I don't think he's ever going to make it to there. So I think he should have probably let it with slower standards because honestly, if he would have made it like the stretch goal smaller, he probably would make more money because the fans would be more motivated because they thought they could actually make the stretch goals.
Yeah.
Like if let's say season 2 coming out quicker was like $500, he would be at $500 by now because people said, "Oh yeah, we can make that happen." But since it's $1,500, like, ooh, we're never gonna get there, so they don't do it.
Right.
I think the mindset is like in the olden days of Stupid Mario Bros. When the fandom was bigger.
Yeah.
I think that's where it came from.
Yeah.
So.
One more thing about the Patreon, though. Despite what I just said, though, I actually will donate money to him once I can. I'm currently getting through college and I can't afford shit right now. Besides paying for classes.
Yeah.
But once I'm through with this, I actually do plan on pledging to his Patreon. But I don't think that means he's going to make it to the 1,500 goal. I think the whole Sonic in the show for 2,500 is one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen in my life.
Maybe it's his way of saying, yeah, I'll never make it there. I'm just going to throw that in just to, why not? Anyway, we should end it right here. We're over 9 minutes. So, we're doing another part after this?
Do you guys want to do another part? Want to do a new topic?
Yeah, sure.
Okay.